fortified hill in Oyster Bay, New York, holds significance dating back to the American Revolutionary War. During the British occupation of the hamlet, troops fortified a hill overlooking the area and established their headquarters at Raynham Hall, the home of patriot Samuel Townsend and his family. This strategic position allowed the British to oversee and control the surrounding region. Today, the site is marked by a historical marker located at the intersection of Orchard Street and Prospect Street in Oyster Bay. The marker commemorates the fortification and its role during the war. This is the entrance to Fort Hill Cemetery, which dates back to 1668, when John Townsend was buried here on his own property. Samuel Townsend and his wife Sarah Stoddard Townsend were prominent residents of Oyster Bay, New York, during the 18th century. They were part of the influential Townsend family, who were successful merchants and landowners. Samuel was a patriot and an active supporter of the American Revolution, despite British occupation of his home during the war. Fort Hill Cemetery was the burial ground for the Townsend family, who lived in what is now Raynham Hall Museum on West Main Street. Presently nestled between residential homes, this property was part of the Townsend's many acres of land. The property is now owned and maintained by the town of Oyster Bay. The Fort Hill Townsend Burial Ground. Buried here are John Townsend, 1668, and Robert Townsend Culper Jr. of General Washington's Intelligence Service, and his sister Sally Townsend, both instrumental in the disclosure of the Benedict Arnold, John Andre plot to surrender West Point to the British. Samuel and Sarah had 10 children. 2 died in infancy. They raised 8 children in their home. Samuel and Sarah Townsend and their children are buried here on what was their property, which is now owned by the town of Oyster Bay. There are 2 sections to the cemetery. The part you're looking at now are the Townsend graves, and the graves in this direction were community members from outside the Townsend family. Sally Townsend is believed to have received America's First Valentine, which was a lengthy poem from Colonel John Graves Simcoe on February 14, 1779. He was one of the occupying British officers that were staying at the Townsend home before the end of the American Revolution. Robert Townsend was a member of the Culper Spy Ring. The Culper Spy Ring's greatest success was uncovering a British plot to attack the French fleet. Townsend's contributions were invaluable and something that he kept secret from his family and friends during his lifetime. Robert Townsend's grave has a special marker in recognition of his revolutionary service.